Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WCG in Sydney, Australia for match 4 of the world's first Backyard Cricket World Cup. It's the two tourists today, New Zealand versus England, and a big match for both of these sides. England are looking to extend their lead at the top of the table while the Kiwis search for their first points of the tournament. New Zealand have won the toss and Tamati Kemp has opted to bowl. So let's have a look at his resources for today. One change from the side that lost to Australia, Monaghan replacing Cole. They've relied heavily on Daniel White's all-round skills so far, and Shane Louis has looked dangerous, but our player to watch today is the skipper. Just 6 runs to his name and no wickets thus far. New Zealand need him to find some form quickly if they're to have a tilt at the title. England have been the early pace setters at this World Cup and it's been built around an in-form bowling attack. Yusuf Sharif has been an early star and Dennis and Mapleston have bowled with menace. But the player to watch today is Gurpal Singh. He bamboozled New Zealand in match 1 and will be looking to repeat the trick here. As the players take to the field, we'd like to thank our sponsors Telstra Media for all their support. Let's get back to the WCG for New Zealand against England in match 4. Hello, good morning everyone. Should be a good game. Sun's out and shining. It is very, very hot in Sydney today, which is fantastic news for us spectators. Not so good for the players. There's not a lot of shade cover today. New Zealand, they need to put some points on the board. Tamati Kemp is going to start us off. The New Zealand skipper is going to take the lead with the ball. Yet to take a wicket at this World Cup, but he's bowled well. And Alex Smith, the England vice-captain, will be the one to open the batting. I think it might be a change of bat for him before we get going. England, for me, will start as the favourites. Won their opening 2 games, including a 7-wicket thumping of New Zealand in match 1. They will be feeling confident coming into this, and Smith has been a part of that. Top run scorer for England in the World Cup thus far. 2 good starts underway. Not gone on and made the big scorers yet, but he's looking in good touch. Tamati Kemp to start things off for the Kiwis. Match 4 of the Backyard World Cup. And off the legs. There's an appeal, but he's playing a shot. He won't get an LB, and I don't think he's nicked it behind. Good start though from Kemp.
He just called me. Just, you know, I'm filming. What does he need?
Come on, the Kiwis!
Pushed into the offside, and Smith will be off the mark. Second ball. That's something that's really improved as his tour has gone on. Felt he was a bit static at the crease during the Ashes. Not so proactive. Understandable given the back injury he's been nursing, but he's made more of an effort at this tournament to really run well between the wickets, and it's a wide from Kemp. First extra of the day.
Hey, bud. Well, not if you need him.
Relatively sedate start thus far. And again, Smith pushes into the offside.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, look, he'd be handy.
Cut. And towards point on, it's gone through for 4. Unlucky actually there, Liam McFarland. You can't really see it on your camera, on your screens, but under that turf in that corner, there is some concrete panelling. Just makes it difficult to dive on, and it's the first boundary of the day. Smith for England. Left alone. Makes a difference having an opener in form for England. He struggled in the Ashes, Smith, and England were constantly off to disappointing starts. The opposite has been true at this World Cup. 6 off the first. Very, very warm today. Lovely conditions for a game of backyard cricket. Something very special, this place. Hope you've enjoyed watching this tournament. Hope you'll continue to do so as we go along. Bold start this from Kemp. Daniel White, the star of this tournament so far. Oh, well. Brave leave. Harsh wide. But it is down leg, and the umpires have been given strict instructions. Anything down leg will be wided. So White to restart. And punched, and he's not quite got there, and 4. Another boundary for Smith. Bit punchy. Done well to keep it down, actually. I think he was a little early on it. Just managed to roll the wrists. Good confident start from the England opener. England sharp today. Oh, he might have nicked this, has he? I think he has, and it's given. First wicket on the board, Daniel White for New Zealand. Smith just double checking, but he's got to go. Disappointment for him. New Zealand, the 8th delivery of the day they've struck. And the in-form England vice-captain is gone. Daniel White, the man of this tournament thus far, with a big wicket early on for the Kiwis. 11 for 1 England, and that's disappointment for the vice-skipper. He's going to go and have his beer and sulk over that, while James Crowther makes his way to the crease to replace him. Batted well against New Zealand in the first game, 44 in match 1. That came from just 20 odd balls. Took apart the New Zealand slow bowlers. What a good start for Daniel White then. Half an over to go for him. And Crowther off the leg first ball.
Oh, that's filthy. It looks like Todd.
Punched. Dot ball, well fielded. Crowther's impressed through the offside on this sort. Struggled with anything that's been straight at him, but anything he's been given room to get his hands at, he's really nailed. His drive looks in very good order. Oh, and there's an example of it. That is a boundary for James Crowther. They've got a 3-1 offside field, New Zealand, but it's done them no favours there. Pick the gap. Wide of Shane Louis. It's a quick start for England in terms of runs. 3 boundaries already, but the loss of Smith, disappointing for them. It's just put a halt on things. Looks as though Blake Lambert will be the new bowler for New Zealand. He's done okay so far at this World Cup. That's a loose start.
Up the wires.
Cries of up the wires. That's what's written on the back of Blake Lambert's shirt.
Yeah, are you got a like? You got a lot of?
Oh, there is. Oh, there is.
Wide on Crowther doesn't connect. That was there to be hit. It's a strong offside field for New Zealand. Perinara is a wonderful fielder. Shane Louis as well. Tamati Kemp is at deep cover, the skipper. Oh, sorry, Simon McFarland has come on for Tamati Kemp
What a
now.
privilege to sit next to a WCG legend. Just get down and do these ones, mate.
Perinara on that occasion doing the tidying up.
Yeah.
Oh, the wires!
Well fielded, Blake Lambert. Good effort.
Get down the wires!
Did well.
Get down the ball.
They're no spring chickens, these New Zealand boys. Only one member of their squad is under 40 years of age. Up in the air and 6 runs. Lovely connection from James Crowther. Perinara made the effort, but I think it was a token effort. He was never going to get to it. Crowther's hit this well. Again, is driving through the offside, standing out for England. It's been a feature of his tour. Beautifully played. What have you got, Blake Lambert? Full toss, but Shane Louis saves his blushes. Wonder if coming round the wicket to James Crowther would be the better option. Bowl straight at him, get it going towards his legs. He's not as strong in that area as he is through the offside. Played some great innings over the years, James Crowther. He's adjudged to be the best 4th innings test match player that we've seen in BCE cricket. Oh, that's scudded. He's given us a wide, who's shot along the floor. As we've gotten into this World Cup, there has just been signs that the pitch is playing a little slower and lower than it was during last week's Ashes. As you'd expect, of course, has had a lot of cricket on it in the last few weeks. Lambert to finish up to James Crowther. Oh, he's nicked this. That's out. 2 down. New Zealand on the board again. Blake Lambert. James Crowther is gone, and England just wobbling at the start of their innings here. Inside edge. I wonder if it's just come back in, perhaps. Has this done anything? Might have just moved off the surface. Good bowling from Lambert. Good length. James Crowther gone for 10. Bright and breezy 10. Couple of good shots along the way, but over too soon for him. Yusuf Sharif, the new man. Struggled to really get into this tour as a batsman. He's a fine player when he's at his best. Bowled beautifully in the opening couple of games. Facing his first ball now from Liam McFarland. Just held himself back on that one a touch. Didn't quite commit to the drive. Perinara up with the fielding. And that's where you don't really want to beat a Yusuf Sharif. It's okay now as he's just getting settled in, but half volleys on leg stump are going to disappear if he gets going. It's his best area. Leaves that alone. Umpire generous, no wide called. Liam McFarland wicketless in this tournament as it stands at the moment. Punch down 4, nice. That'll get Yusuf Sharif going. That's a relaxing stroke for him. That's textbook. Lovely piece of batting. Well done, Yusuf.
On the drive.
And again, just falling over himself slightly, Sharif. He can be quite a hectic starter. When he gets going, he has a lovely rhythm about him, but he can be a nervy starter. And just testing his footwork. It's good from Liam McFarland. He's asking questions of Yusuf Sharif, and Sharif survives. 28 for 2 off 4, England. Quite an eventful start. It looks as though Liam McFarland will be replaced at the crease with his father, Simon. Going to come on and have his first involvement in the day's play. Match 4 of the first ever Backyard Cricket World Cup. What an occasion. A big thank you to our sponsors Telstra Media and the Australian sponsors Better Beer for allowing us to host this magnificent event. It's been fantastic. The WCG hosts have been incredible. Us on the English tourist side have had a lovely time. It's been great to watch. Punch star, good fielding. That's Tamati Kemp. Very, very fine fielder, the big man. Agile given his height. Did well to get down to that. And well done to him and his New Zealand team for coming over as well. Big credit to them. They've flown over from Taranaki. Made a big impression. They're a lovely bunch of guys. Driven, well fielded, Perinara. Left alone again. Good tidy over this from Simon McFarland. Yusuf Sharif not in any kind of rush, given those 2 early wickets.
Home detention. You can't get past the boundary.
And in behind time. Made an over, the first of the day for Simon McFarland. 28 for 2 still, England.
Don't forget about this. There's also a power play that they know about the power play.
Oh yeah.
Lever.
Get it on.
Everyone's got their first.
Well, quite a grim start from England, really. They've scored at a decent rate, but the wickets lost is a problem. Lambert and White, the men doing the damage. Big job for Yusuf Sharif to rebuild, and he's got Danny Bates to contend with now for over number 6. Flicked into the leg side, easy single. Always a good sign for Yusuf Sharif. You know when he's starting to settle down and get in, because those leg stump half volleys start disappearing. And he's hit that well out the middle. Unlucky not to find the rope. New Zealand have changed their field to a 2-2. They had a 3-on-1 offside field to James Crowther earlier on. Sharif has had the mix. Bates again. Ooh, that's an ugly one. That's going to be called. There's a wide, down leg. Probably would have been a waist high no ball anyway. Good defensive player, Yusuf Sharif. He's not the most extravagant, but his defence looks in good order today, and it's something he relies heavily on. He's just starting to settle down nicely, the England number 3. Oh, and that's another good sign. Punch that one. Just a bit of freedom in that stroke. Confident play from Sharif. Looks in good touch this morning. Yeah, crossed the line at it, but he knew what he was doing.
Bloody Parramatta, right?
Second boundary for him.
You'd fit in the Harris Park.
And again, right in behind it. And just looking to be proactive with his running. He can't run it. It's hit the back net. Ball goes dead.
How many times I got to tell you, Sharif?
Ball goes dead off that back net. So no run there. But it's good proactive work from Sharif. Again, just signs that he's thinking about runs rather than survival. Flick, that's nicely played. Did well to beat Shane Louis. Took the pace off that Sharif, which is what cost him a boundary, but he keeps the scoreboard ticking over. It's a good start from him. These are encouraging signs. It's been a difficult tour for him. He showed some signs of form towards the back end of the Ashes, having started that series looking out of Nick. In this World Cup so far, he's not really got going. Made only 5 against New Zealand in match 1, and he's facing Perenara now, left arm round. And again, ticks it over. Good soft hands, good clever cricket. Love that from Blake Lambert as well. Not sure what that was all about, but good fun. With New Zealand's field spread as wide as it is at the moment, understandable that he's going to keep doing this, and he'll do this all day, Sharif. It's good, clever cricket. Shane Louis is pushing him on the leg side, but on the offside, there's gaps, and he's just going to drop and run to his heart's content. I like the way he's approaching this. And again looking, but New Zealand have learnt their lesson, pushing in the field a little bit. And that may give Sharif an opportunity for boundaries. Bates and Lambert have both come in on that offside, and it's straight through mid-on again, 4 runs. Similar shot to the one he played earlier on. It's good, clever cricket from Yusuf Sharif. Playing with the New Zealand fielders at the moment, ran them singles to bring the field in, and then bunts it past them for 4. Still round the wicket, Perenara, and punch through covers. Lovely stuff. Sharif starting to motor along now. Very encouraging start from him. He's into the 20s and in some style too. What about that? Lovely stuff. That is textbook cover driving. He's at number 3 for a reason. He can bat this boy. I'm surprised there's still no change of angle from Perenara. He's still going to be around the wicket to finish this one up. And in behind. Well, that was a really encouraging over from England. Yusuf Sharif played that well. 10 off of it. 45 for 2. Does the rate no harm. And these are the bowlers remaining. It looks as though Monaghan is going to be next. Osborne, the slow bowler, and Louis, their premier pacer, to follow. Monaghan had a tough time against England in match 1.
6 times everyone plays 6.
See if he can respond here. Good length first up, well bowled. Sharif respecting it accordingly. Oh, there you go. That's just bounced a touch. Already signs here that Monaghan is bowling a touch quicker than he did in the first game. Was rotated out of the side in favour of Justin Cole for match 2, so this is only his 2nd appearance of the tournament. Already seems to be sending it down at a better lick. Oh, and he gets the boundary, Sharif. He'll be relieved because he could have left that and got the wide. Had that been picked up by Bates, I think he'd have been annoyed at himself, Sharif. But it just went through. Fielder might have done better, actually. Another boundary. Brings up the 50 for England. It's come in decent time, too. They've been the side of this tournament and applying pressure to New Zealand now. They look a transformed side with the bat compared to the Ashes last week, and another through mid-on. Kemp got a hand on it, but it's another 4. I think that's the 3rd time Sharif has punctured that boundary in this afternoon. Good effort from Kemp, couldn't quite get enough on it. Sharif moves to 30 in no time. Not sure how serious of a swing that was from Yusuf Sharif, but gets the wide.
Kiwis are down. They need a lift.
And in tight to defend. It's gone very quiet here. New Zealand fielders not enjoying this little performance from Sharif. Complete control at the moment. This is the best he's looked on this trip.
Have they been drinking?
Slight delay while we wait for Filthy Phil Osborne to take his mark to bowl the 9th over. Great character. They're quite a reserved lot, this Kiwi bunch, but Osborne is one of the more demonstrative of them. Round the wicket to start, pulled into the leg side, dot ball. Sharif a little unlucky, hit that well. Just never seems to get up from Osborne. Digs it into the pitch, but it causes you problems. That's pushed. Good cricket again. He's in complete control of his movements and his rhythm. We spoke earlier on about Yusuf Sharif's rhythm at the crease when he gets going, and we're just seeing signs of that here. Judged this innings very, very well thus far. And punched, and good cricket again. Good speedy work. Too quick for Monaghan on the leg side there.
Fit as a fiddle.
He also loves a fiddle.
3 to go in another over that's ticked along nicely for England. And in behind that, took the pace off of it. England boys have woken up in that little canopy that you can see, top left of your screen, at point. Good to see Blake Lambert in tight for New Zealand, just trying to put a bit of pressure back on Sharif. And I think that's gone for 4, it has. Kemp made another solid effort, but couldn't quite get over the top of it. Yusuf Sharif is pretty much doing as he pleases at the moment. Yeah, Kemp's weight was just going backwards, I think.
Into the field, Dennis.
And suddenly, having been a little wobbly earlier on when Crowther was dismissed, England now look as though they're ready to build an imposing score. But New Zealand have saved probably their best bowler for last in this rotation. Shane Louis is a very, very fine quick. Experience on this ground in 2019, where he bowled very well. Top wicket taker for the Kiwis on that tour. Oh, good start here, pacey. And Sharif has done well. I think he got a toe on that into the leg side. As we know, that's a strong area for him.
I thought you had it.
Productive area for him today as well. Seen him go straighter today through mid-on a lot more than usual. It's been a little tweak to his game today, it would seem. Right in behind defensively, but he looks confident. The footwork's good. And for Shane Louis, it's been a good start from him. Good testing, fuller length. I do feel as though New Zealand have been a touch too short at Yusuf Sharif today. That's where you want to be. Oh, misfield, but unpunished.
You say? No, probably not. I don't listen to anyone.
Well bowled again. Sharif in behind it again. Bit of a stalemate in this over here. Shane Louis is showing New Zealand the way forward. Tie Sharif up and test him around that off stump. Angle going across him. That's good again. Sharif, I think, will be happy to cut his losses for this over. 1 ball to go before we have a little break. Shane Louis to finish up the end of his first. And pushed back down the pitch by Sharif. Good 10 overs out for England. Sharif on to 37. And this is what we've seen so far. Smith got England off to a quick start, but wasn't able to keep it going for particularly long. Daniel White, the man who took his wicket. James Crowther showed us glimpses of his ability, but again, gone too soon. Blake Lambert on that occasion. Good delivery, that one. And since then, it's all been about this man, Yusuf Sharif. Best form he's looked in for quite a while. Picking his singles, knocking off the boundaries where they present themselves, going along at a very good rate. There's been some very, very encouraging signs from England today. If he can find his form with the bat, it makes such a big difference to their lineup. But it's been a good first 10 for England. They'll be the happier side. And they look set for a good score here. Who's going to start the new rotation then? It's going to be Danny Bates. First over went for 7. That's good. Good start. He's respected anything around that area, Yusuf Sharif. Anything full and straight, he's been willing to just get behind it. Anything, either side, he's been ruthless. Oh, quicker ball. That's well bowled from Bates. Appealing, but again, he's playing a shot. Can't be out. Just rushed Sharif on a touch there, I think. But it's a good start to the over from Bates. Looks in a decent rhythm at the moment.
And 2-1-3.
Leg side, 4 runs. Just can't bowl there to him.
2-1-3, boys.
It's bread and butter, as easy as tying his shoelaces or wiping his backside for Yusuf Sharif. He's never going to miss anything in that area.
So I said, I'm stuck.
Where'd you get here? Where'd you come? I didn't see you.
Bates needs a response. It had been a pretty good over until that boundary. Oh, that's a bit more like it. That's the first full shot Yusuf Sharif played in this innings. First play and miss that I can remember.
You got any Cypress Hill for
50 in his sights. Although, I should say at this point, Yusuf Sharif has an irritating history of dismissals in the 40s. He's made 2 backyard 50s in his career and has been dismissed in the 40s 6 times. Extraordinary, really. He'll be hoping to put that curse to bed today. Last ball from Bates. Cut. Ah, well fielded. Good effort from Liam McFarlane. Probably was a single there for Sharif, but he didn't take it. Probably knew that McFarlane's left is his stronger side.
Oh, we never did the fucking...
And it is Liam McFarlane himself who's going to take over number 12. As we take a moment to appreciate our sponsors Telstra Media and the Australian sponsors Better Beer. Well bowled. Good little channel that from McFarlane.
I think Riley really lost those.
Better when he bowls over the wicket, I feel. Pulled. Bates does well. Good fielding. Sharif done out of a boundary there. McFarlane again, good testing over. Oh, beating him. Well, there's just things starting to happen in the last over or two for New Zealand. First time, really, that Sharif has jabbed at one. Just pushed through that. He's had good hands all day until then. Into the leg side, no run again. Little bit of pressure just building. It's a good little spell this from New Zealand. Good spell from McFarlane. Into the leg side again. And again it's Bates in there. 1 ball away from a maiden over. This has been beautifully bowled by Liam McFarlane. Full toss then though and 4 runs, and that'll be a relief to Sharif. Just as he was starting to be tested and New Zealand building a bit of pressure, it's a bit of a gift. It's a shame for Liam McFarlane. It had been a good over up to then. Sharif edges ever closer to that half century. But another tough assignment for him here. Tamati Kemp, very skillful. Steepling bounce from his frame. I think he's about 6'6", 6'7" maybe. Taller even than Smith in the England team. Kept the runs down in this World Cup, Tamati Kemp, but it's a surprise that he's not on the wicket board yet. Been unlucky at times, but feeling is he's been a touch too short. Oh, a touch too full on that occasion. It will cost him another single. How often have we seen this today? Yusuf Sharif just starting an over with a couple of early singles just to get himself in and throw the bowler off his rhythm early on.
You just tipped over the edge here.
Taking a little break now, the scenic route back to the crease. He's worked a lot on his thought processes in the lead up to this series, Yusuf Sharif, and remaining calmer at the crease, and you can see the dividends. Full toss again. Kemp just struggling today. It's not been his most impressive performance. That's a bit better, but again it costs him a single. Whatever New Zealand have thrown at Yusuf Sharif, he has risen to today. The England number 50, 2 runs away from 50. Oh, that one's done a bit. That's the first one we've really seen move off the pitch today. Tamati Kemp has found a bit of life there. Can he back it up? 1 to go in the over. It's a big delivery to get Kemp out of the rotation. He's going to have to bowl it again. England drifting along merrily at the moment. Oh, knocked him over. Oh, what a shame for Yusuf Sharif on 48, but it's a good delivery from Kemp. New Zealand have worked hard for that wicket. That's been a long, long time in coming. Just caught him by surprise. It's the first time they've really gone with the Yorker option. Just snuck under the bat, really. May have tailed in a touch in the air. But so ends a very, very fine innings. Yusuf Sharif can be very, very pleased with the way he's played. That was beautifully paced, and England in commanding position all the same. Especially when you consider it's their captain coming to the crease now. Quiet World Cup for Ricky Borrett. Knocked off the winning runs against New Zealand in match 1. Dismissed for just 5 against Australia last time out. England won't be worried about him though, so consistent, and he's taken the power play immediately. There's a sign of confidence from Ricky Borrett. Straight to the crease and onto the power play, and facing one of New Zealand's stars, Daniel White. Started well. I think Ricky Borrett did leave that. He does do that occasionally. Just holds the bat there in case of any movement back in. Never really seen him nick off one of those. His judgment is excellent. Most of the time, at any rate. White again, over the wicket, full toss, punch, well fielded from Shane Louis.
I like getting numbers 88. Where's the other?
Oh, that's harsh. I'm not sure if you caught that comment from a member of the Australian crowd. Why is Ricky Borrett wearing number 88? Where's the other fat lady? It seems brutally mean. Oh, I wonder if Borrett heard him, but it's brilliant again from Shane Louis. The more serious business is Borrett's batting, and he is very, very good at that. But Shane Louis just keeping him quiet at the moment. Still White goes, and that's into the leg side. Oh, the misfield, Lambert slipped. Ricky Borrett off the mark with a boundary. Wasn't really what he was aiming for, I don't think. Just looking to knock and run and get himself going, but Lambert's given him a bit of a freebie. Just lost his footing.
Was that over? No, he's still bowling.
Two fat ladies.
Punched and well fielded Perinara. Been very impressed with New Zealand's fielding in this tournament. They were excellent, particularly in the closing stages against Australia. And White to finish up his over now. Pushed into the leg side and another boundary. Well controlled from Ricky Borrett. It's just placement and timing. Nothing much to that, no real flourish. Just get a good contact on it. Well played. Shane Louis. Bowling early in this rotation. They recognise the importance of removing the England captain. Middle order has been shaky on this tour, and they'll know they can get at them if they can get Borrett ASAP. Full toss to start from Louis. I thought he bowled the best of the first 10 overs from New Zealand, probably. Certainly found his length the most consistently. Punched. And again, Borrett will just take the easy single on offer.
Custard arm.
The elder McFarlane, custard arm as he's just been called there. Love that. Phrases for everything, these Aussie boys. It's been a great experience just listening to them talk as well as meeting them and sharing a field with them. Louis over the wicket. Oh, beating him. Well, they're asking for it and it's been given. Perhaps a little bit of glove on it from Ricky Borrett, or maybe a shoulder of the bat. He doesn't look too bothered by the decision. Yeah, maybe. Might have just flicked his hand. Let's have a look, see what we can see here. Good delivery from Louis at any rate. Perfect length. Yeah, I think he might have just punched that to the keeper. I think that's a good decision from the umpire. Ricky Borrett certainly didn't argue with it. He's gone for 9. New Zealand, that's a big wicket for them. Right back in this game now. 84 for 4, the score on the board.
Ricky!
Hey, Ron.
Gurpal Singh. Not yet seen the best of him. He's a once-in-a-while kind of batsman. Very, very explosive on his day.
comes Monty.
Aggressive to the point of reckless, and it does cost him some early dismissals at times. But when he gets going, he is great fun. A particularly accomplished player of spin, Gurple Singh. And given that we've still got Monaghan, Osborne and Lambert to bowl in this rotation, and Simon McFarland, punched and into Perinara. Always had a go and hit Blake Lambert. I think he was interested in the run out there.
Collateral damage.
Oh dear. This Backyard World Cup has thrown up just about everything so far. Great fun. Lambert took it well. He's a great character, Blake Lambert. Punched in the air. Oh, just short, I think. Well, has he dropped it? Shane Louis' body language would indicate that he's put it down, but I think this landed just short of him. Yeah, it did. Just a yard or so short. Good effort from the New Zealand bowler. Had to react quickly. Gurple Singh gets a life early on. Oh, a puff of dust. It got big on him. Oh, barely anything at all. Good effort. Unlucky. 15 down now. New Zealand have put a stunt on the scoring rate very nicely. Just 22 runs in the last 5 overs, as well as 2 wickets. 2 big wickets at that, Sharif and Borrett. Well, there you go, the power play indicator. Just 10 runs off the power play so far. Disappointing for England. Pulled for 4. Got hold of that nicely. So strong through that area, Gurple Singh. Back foot punching through the offside. He's as classy and elegant as anyone. Give him room to free his arms. He will take full advantage. Played that lovely. Oh, that's a bit of a goober from Blake Lambert. Decent first over. Got the wicket of Crowther. Punched. Oh, lovely shot. Glorious from Gurple Singh. His placement superb there. The timing excellent. That's as good as anything we've seen from him in this World Cup. That's a confident shot. Worth another look in slow-mo, this one. Power of the top hand there to get over the top of that. That's as lovely as anything you're going to see today, I should think. And Lambert taking a bit of a beating here. He's gone for 9. And still got half an over to go in the air. Gets Gurple Singh a single. Wasn't in control of that by any stretch. He's a little bundle of energy, is Gurple Singh. Nervous energy at times at the crease, but as we've seen today a couple of times, when he gets going, he's a beautiful player, and Lambert's done well. Saved himself another boundary there. He's completely lost his rhythm in this over, Blake Lambert. 10 off it so far with a ball to go. And punch for 4, Gurple Singh again. 14 off that Blake Lambert over. England in control at the moment. Gurple Singh is just starting to get going nicely here. Hit that well, straight into the ground. Good hands. Such quick wrists. And there does end the power play. And a good recovery from England and Gurple Singh at the end of it. 4 to go, and it's Perinara over the wicket for the first time today. Bit of pace off that. Might have been a cutter. Singh did well to keep his eye on it. But he looks in good, confident form, Gurple Singh. Oh, well, he did at any rate, and Harry Perinara has knocked him over. I think there's just died off the surface. There was pace off that again. I think that's another cutter. Good from Perinara. Yeah, I think he's just dragged that down the side of his hand, and Gurple Singh was done all ends up. Didn't pick that at all. Way too early on it. Might have moved away a touch off the pitch. Good delivery from Perinara. Well done. Gurple Singh's gone for a 13 that had looked promising for a while there. 98 for 5, England, and suddenly this game looks a lot more even. It's felt all the way through as though England are in control, but they're doing their best now to kind of make this difficult for themselves. And you have to credit the Kiwis. They do not give up. We saw that against Australia last time out. They never stop going. Oh, what a start for Sammy Dennis. That's lovely. Beautiful shot from the diminutive number 6. Look at that, that's glorious. Well played, Sammy Dennis. And again, we're going to get a slow-mo of a lovely technique. A little pocket rocket, the mini maestro. Nicknamed Catnip for his domestic team back home for reasons that I'll leave to your imagination. And good fielding from Kemp again. That's been a big feature of New Zealand's day, how well they fielded. Saved themselves more than a few.
Sammy Dennis is a fucking twat.
Oh, that's got a big bit of life there from Perinara. He's given us a wide. I think it's hit the edge of the strip, which is where that life came from. And pulled into the leg side, dot ball. Well, umpire's called a halt to that over, but it was only a 5-baller. Yeah, giving us over. Only 5 balls in that one. Wonder if that will be important later on. Every run counts, as we've seen already in this tournament.
Doesn't a jersey fit?
Simon McFarland, it looks like it's going to be.
Oh.
Cut and straight to Blake Lambert. England, well, they'd be looking at here 130 minimum, you would think. If Dennis gets going, they could aim a bit loftier. New Zealand will take anything under 120, you would think. That keeps them right in the game. They've done really well to even this out, quietly even it out. Well, I wonder if he's nicked that. He has, he's gone. Sam Dennis is gone. Simon McFarland on the board. And he deserves that. He's bowled well today, the elder McFarland. Yeah, Dennis has just got a tickle on it down the leg side. I'm not sure what he was trying to do, really. You've got to get a thicker contact than that at the WCG, and he knows that, Sam Dennis. It's just a glance. But he's gone for 4. Shame for him. New Zealand roaring back into this game. 103 for 6. England have thrown away a good start once again on this tour. Curious the way their middle order has continued to collapse under almost no pressure, really. New Zealand have bowled well. They've bowled tidily today, but they've not exactly haunted England with problems all over the place. It's not been a minefield by any stretch.
He probably would too.
And the wizard, Connor Arnold, to see if he can just punch England up to a competitive score. As you can see there, they've lost 4 for 29. Since the dismissal of Sharif, it's all gone pear-shaped for England. Very, very good from New Zealand, and they deserve their credit. And good again from Blake Lambert. Has a go. Well, he can run this, Connor Arnold. It's hit the stumps rather than the back net.
Yeah, that's a run.
Take the overthrow, and Arnold's off the mark.
I'll tell you what, that's tight.
You're still a wizard, Harry.
He's got the contact in.
1 to go in an excellent spell from Simon McFarland. Another good over from him. Well, still 1 to go. Commentator's curse.
Monty, you alright? Sweet.
1 for 2, Simon McFarland. What an excellent day it's been for him, and left alone by Connor Arnold. Brilliant day's work from Simon McFarland. Not over yet, maybe required to bat, of course. But his bowling has been excellent. And New Zealand have really hauled their way back into this. Nobody for England has been able to back up Yusuf Sharif's efforts. A couple of pretty shots and out has been the story of the day for most of the England players. And it's left them in a bit of a hole here. You may even argue with 2 overs to go at this stage. New Zealand are probably favourites here, probably on top of this game just about. England with a form side coming into it. I wonder if New Zealand feel that they're on top of this game perhaps. Oh, brilliantly bowled, Phil Osborne. That's an excellent delivery. All the pace off of that, gave it some flight. It's turned, it's gripped, it's stayed a touch low. Connor Arnold bamboozled all ends up. That's a brilliant bit of work. Filthy Phil strikes for the Kiwis. What about that? Connor Arnold's quiet start to this World Cup continues. Gone for 1, but he's been done all ends up by a good delivery from Osborne. Ant Mapleston, youngest member of this England side. England needing to dig themselves out of a hole of their own making here, really. And what a start to Osborne's over. Oh, change of pace again, and good work from Lambert. Very good now, this from New Zealand. They really do have their tails up. Superb recovery in this game. Looked as though they were set to be chasing leather for a while, but how they've roared back. Oh, punched and dot ball. Osborne tying England in knots. This has been a terrific start to this over. It is gripping and turning. His length has been immaculate. Changes of pace as well. Oh, just got that slightly wrong. Mapleston walking at him, I think, might have just thrown him off. Good in a sense from Mapleston. He's brought himself that wide.
I love you.
Oh, that was a real slower ball. Chuck that one down with snow on it almost, Phil Osborne. Well fielded off his own bowling.
It's a fucking 6-shot.
England suddenly can't get one off the square. Single. Tight one. Mapleston off the mark.
107.
This second last time.
And another single. Tight again. And Kemp couldn't quite get the throw away cleanly. But they looked interested. 108 for 7 going into the last over. New Zealand putting themselves in pole position here. England need this over to go. It's going to be Garrett Monaghan.
Last over 7 for 108.
Here we go then. Last over. Monaghan to Mapleston. Full toss, slapped and fielded. Oh, he looks annoyed at himself, Mapleston. He knows that could have gone absolutely anywhere at his discretion. Hit it straight back to the bowler. Wasted delivery from England. They can't afford too many of them. Need to get as close to 120 as they can here. Oh, beauty from Monaghan. He's been a lot better today. Big improvement on his performance in match 1, and he's bowled quicker. I think that's been the key for him. In the air and 6. Finally gets hold of one, and Mapleston. He's given that some clout. England forcing their way up towards that runner ball mark. Good contact on it. Little milestone, the 25th 6 of this World Cup. 3 deliveries to go. That's better, full up. Mapleston does well.
This will happen last Friday. The bombs went quiet.
Come on, the Kiwis. Finish well.
Back and ready again, 2 to go. Up in the air and he gets away with it. That net has only been put there ahead of this World Cup. That net wasn't there in the Ashes last week. A week ago, that would have been clean over the fence and out, but Mapleston instead gets a single. 10 to him now. Last ball coming up. Can Mapleston clout a late boundary for England? Who's going to finish with one last blow? Can Monaghan get a wicket on the board to finish up an improved day for him? The last ball of the innings then. 116 for 7 with 1 to go. It's into the pitch. Bottom edge, he'll take the single. Oh, he's coming back for 2. Well, he's going to get done. Shane Louis runs him out. 117 the final score from England, and Mapleston cost himself a not out.
Yeah, you get 1.
They'll be a little disappointed. England should have been better than that, but well played New Zealand. They fought their way back into that brilliantly. Great effort from them in the field. And that is a middling total from England. Should set us up for a close game. All about one man for England. Yusuf Sharif played with poise and class, but little else besides. Second middle order collapse in succession at this tournament, something they will need to address going forward. Good all-round effort from New Zealand. Louis' excellent start to this World Cup continues, and the elder McFarlane produced a superb performance. Captain Kemp looked back to his best, encouraging for the Kiwis. So 118 runs stand between New Zealand and their first win at this World Cup, but before we get to that, a slightly unusual edition of Tactical Talking Points. No real score for Ricky Borrett today, but we've got a fascinating little treat for you here. We at Backyard England have long been intrigued by the Borrett back foot cover drive. He's got a lot of power condensed into a coiled core which springs into action on a full length. He's very left side dominant, which means it's actually his bottom hand and back leg that take over when he plays through the covers. We've never really seen a player we can compare this to worldwide, such as the uniqueness of the movement. That is, until we finally found this, and you're going to kick yourselves at home for not getting this one. It is, of course, Monty Noble, practicing for Australia in 1905. How could we possibly forget? Noble stood a lot taller at the crease than Borrett and appears less punchy, but how about this for a split screen? If we flip Noble to appear as a left-hander, the similarity is suddenly quite striking. Just goes to show, the more things change, the more they stay the same. The wheel keeps on turning, and even the most unusual innovations are probably not original. 118 years between the two strokes on screen. Cricket has changed immeasurably in the interim, but its quirks and mannerisms are truly timeless. 118 years between Noble and Borrett and 118 runs between New Zealand and victory. We're just about ready to resume, so let's head back to the WCG. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. This should be fun. New Zealand looking to get their first win on the board at this World Cup. 118 they're going to need to do it. And they're going to be up against Alex Smith, England's leading wicket taker on this tour, with the Ashes and World Cup included. Liam McFarland to open up for New Zealand. Shown glimpses of his potential, some promising moments, but not really got into the tournament as yet. Bowled twice on a length. That's something Smith might be looking at. Whoa, that's got a bit big. Bit of movement first up to start. It's been a feature of this World Cup early on, and a feature of this tour for England is the movement that Smith has generated off the surface, as well as his extra bounce at 6'5".
Yeah, dog.
The man they call Doggy. Over the wicket again. Pulled. Dot ball. Well fielded out there.
Levante. It's a team, is it? Ashanti. And Ashanti.
Smith again, and England look up for it. Down the pitch, McFarland, and 6 runs. First runs of the day for New Zealand, and they come with a maximum. Good footwork from Liam McFarland. And this is something new. We've not really seen this in this World Cup or in the Ashes last week. People walking down the pitch to Smith to change that back of a length he bowls at. McFarland has read him there and played that calmly and controlled. Good cricket shot. New Zealand up and running. How will Smith respond? Oh, I went for the bouncer. I thought he was coming again. Length was okay. Just got his direction a bit wrong. Bit rattled here, perhaps, the England vice skipper. Needs to be back on the money. Slower ball and punch for 4. McFarland is reading everything Smith is throwing at him early on here. He's picked the slower ball out of the hand, waited on it a touch. Lovely straight bat. Looks in good touch already. The man with Levante on his back, nicknamed Levante, living Levante Loca at the moment. Short ball, that's done a bit. Got up. Disappointing start this from Smith for England.
Let's go, bud.
Needed better from him in this opening over. Into double figures already, the Kiwis. Oh, that's done a bit. Bit of life in that one. Bounce and movement off the pitch, but a disappointing first over for Smith. Yeah, that's not a bad ball to finish with, though. 11 off it for New Zealand. Well, that was a bit of a grumpy look from Smith, and he's right to be. It wasn't his best.
Yeah, I don't know if he had it.
Into the leg side, Connor Arnold.
Yeah, the contacts.
Good start from the Wizard. steadily improved as this tour has gone on with the ball. He had never bowled in a competitive game of cricket of any kind before they landed in Australia. Done a lot of work in the nets leading into it to get his bowling match ready. And as his confidence has grown, so have his performances. He's taken some key wickets for England on this trip.
Easy, Vance.
Concedes his first run of the day there. McFarlane just tucking into the leg side.
Living Levante Loca.
Oh, that's not a bad delivery. Made him wait on that. This is a good start from Connor Arnold. Again, the signs of the confidence that he's got at the moment.
Maples.
Into the leg side. It will be another single.
Yeah, Levance.
McFarlane just ticking over nicely. Got his early boundaries off Smith. He can afford to just push Arnold around. New Zealand need a good start more than they need a quick start. Oh, that's a wide. Just drifting off the square a touch. Shame, really. It'd been a good over from Connor Arnold. Still only 3 off it with that wide. But he's found a nice little pocket of rhythm, Connor Arnold. It's been another decent over from him. He started this World Cup well with the ball. Oh, crash for 6. Just as we say that, he's let himself down with that one. Dragged that one into the pitch. Liam McFarlane looks in cracking nick this morning. Yeah, ruthless. It was there to be hit and he didn't miss out. Just too short from Arnold. Shame, really. The first 5 balls of that over deserved better than that. But 20 off 2 for Liam McFarlane already. 18 of them on his name.
Can you do his favourite number?
Looks as though it's going to be Jimmy Maguire.
Rather than he will, Shavante.
Full toss. Straight to the fielder. Well, Jimmy Maguire did take England's first wicket of this World Cup, and it was the wicket of Liam McFarlane. Oh, but McFarlane clearly learning lessons from that experience. Crunch down the ground for 4. Best shot he's played so far for me. Oh, short and wide and hammered. Couldn't quite beat the fielder. It's been a problem for him at this World Cup, McFarlane. Really nice middle on that bat, and he's got a good eye, but he does have a habit of picking out fielders. That's a better from Jimmy Maguire. Better mix up. Cutter that time. Did a bit off the surface.
Is that a normal name? James? Who's James? I thought it was Jimmy.
Punch straight into the floor. McFarlane a little annoyed at himself. Probably was there to be hit. Maguire's recovered well in this over. Oh, but straight through mid-on again. Finishes poorly, but McFarlane is dominating England at the moment. This is a perfect start for New Zealand. Crisp again. Pace off the ball might be the answer here. He's taking the power play. Well, this is very dominant from Liam McFarlane. He obviously feels in good nick. That's a very bold move. That is the first time in this World Cup we've seen anyone take the power play before the 12th over. And he's taken it in the 4th. I love that from Liam McFarlane. I love the intent behind that. And it's Sam Dennis he's going to line up with. I think England were going to bowl James Crowther, but he's been sat back down because of the power play. Oh, cut for 4. One less man in the field, but I don't think it would have made a difference. He wouldn't have been there. Dennis short and wide first up. Bit of a loose nut. McFarlane not missing out with the mood that he's in. Just signs that his chest was a little puffed out there. Going after almost everything at the moment. Can't remember the last time I've seen him block one. Sammy Dennis has had a tendency to bowl a touch too short on this tour thus far. Oh, and he's been punished again for... Well, he's looking at Gurpal Singh. I don't think you can really blame the fielder for that one. McFarlane has picked the gap expertly here. It's bang in the middle of the 2 of them. But it's the length from Sammy Dennis. It's a touch too short. Needs to get it up there. McFarlane has been bowled twice in 2 innings on this tour, missing a full and straight one. That's a bit more like it, but it has gone for 4 again. Goodness, he's seeing it well now, Liam McFarlane. Race to 38 in next to no time here.
Fucking the guards are straight across the front.
40, mate, 40.
Well, you can just hear a call from the England 10. That's the England vice-captain, Alex Smith, just telling Ricky Borrett, get Guppy on, which is Gurpal Singh, the spinner. Identifying that a change of pace might be necessary here. Oh, it skidded on a bit. That's better from Sammy Dennis.
Good ball, Sammy.
Better length.
Rick! Rick!
Last ball of Dennis is over. 12 off it. 16 off of it. Liam McFarland is in the mood today. What a start for New Zealand. God, he's treating us to some shot play today, and that is crisp and hard again. No real follow-through with his batting, but he gives it a real punch. Looks as though it is going to be the England captain, Ricky Borrett, so no change of pace as yet. Going to keep with his fast bowlers. Borrett, one of the quicker in this team. Down the pitch, McFarland, off the body. I think Borrett saw him coming. Competitor at heart, Ricky Borrett. Never believes a game is lost. Doesn't believe in giving up. And if McFarland has intimidated England, it won't work on their skipper. Borrett again then, still over the wicket. Oh, cut him in half. Good delivery. That's come back in a little bit. That's more the length of McFarland. Maybe a touch fuller than that to access the stumps, but that's where he's had trouble in this World Cup already. That kind of area. It's good from Borrett.
Had to go through the stumps,
Shorter ball that time. Can take the run because it was off the hand. He wasn't playing a shot, but he got a punch on it.
So if it hits right in there, it'll just sometimes fall through. Yeah.
Ricky Borrett is just scaling things back for England, the touch here. That's good again. This has been a good over, the best of the England bowlers so far.
Yeah, we can't have you pull too far away. You fucking secure first.
What's the good thing about the format? Stay in it.
Well, gone for it, Borrett. He's up for this. He's wound up. I don't think he's happy at how his bowlers have started. Looking to put things right. It's been a good aggressive over, the best from England thus far. McFarland looks cool though. Doesn't look too flustered. Oh, it's the top edge. And it's 6 runs. Well, that's unlucky from Ricky Borrett. It's a good over. But McFarland moves to 49. Got nowhere near that. It's the first one he's mishit today. But wouldn't you just know it? When your luck's in, your luck's in. Scuffed over the fielder's head into the pavilion for 6. Borrett knew it straight away. 50 up for New Zealand. 49 for Liam McFarland. And he's going to have Ant Mapleston to finish the power play. It's a power play that thus far has gone for 24 in 2 overs. New Zealand absolutely cruising.
Have they been drinking?
Just waiting for Ricky Borrett to tidy up his field, having some words with James Crowther. And Mapleston will resume now. Well, he's got him wafting at 1. There's an appeal. Didn't hear anything. Yeah, it was only a couple of the England boys that went up. No real contest when it got turned down. But it's decent from Mapleston. Good length. And that's a lot better. That's where McFarland has trouble. And they just have not bowled there enough today. It's a good start from Mapleston, this. England's quickest bowler. Giving McFarland the rush, perhaps. Still round the wicket, Mapleston. In the air, 6 runs. Again, I don't think he's mid-lit, but it's 50 for Liam McFarland. The first player to reach that milestone at this World Cup. Double quick time. It's been a superb innings. He's put the England quicks to the sword this morning. He's hit that reasonably well. He's in decent enough control of it. You'd be unlucky to get caught off of that. It's the right length from Mapleston. Just a touch too wide. But a very, very deserving half-century. Well played, Liam McFarland. First World Cup 50 for him. Understated acknowledgement from the crowd. But it's been a brute of an innings. Very entertaining. Very, very well played. Excellent knock, young sir. Oh, had a flash at that. I think he's in all-out attack mode now, McFarland. He's going to go after absolutely everything. Mapleston has looked threatening. Punch, well fielded. Hit that well, McFarlane. That came back quick at Mapleston. Last ball of an interesting over. It's been a good battle between these two. Oh, oops. Aggression from Mapleston. McFarlane had a big swish. But another over goes by. It's almost 10 and over for the Kiwis, but this is the reason for it. Let's have a look at a brilliant, brilliant half century. Liam McFarlane, the best batting we've seen at this World Cup thus far. Well worth the wait. 4th match in for the first half century. But he has put the England bowlers all around this ground. Such a good eye, such strong hands. Punchy player. Just enjoy this. That was a bit of fortune, to be fair. And that's the one that brought up the 50. Very, very well played, Liam McFarlane. What an excellent World Cup innings from him. And finally, the change of pace that the England vice-captain has been nagging Ricky Borrett about for the last few overs. Get Guppy on, we heard earlier. Oh, and that's why he's teasing. And he's in great form, Gurpal Singh. He started this World Cup nicely, building up a good little rhythm for himself. This is something different for Liam McFarlane to contend with. And again, he's had a waft. That was much, much wider, though. And I think McFarlane is just in that mood at the moment. Anything you offer up to him is going to go. Pretty much a shot a ball approach now. And 6 more, and he's hit that like a dream. That was crunched out the middle of the bat. Massive McFarlane. How clean has he hit that? Goodness me. Some power behind that blade. Gurpal Singh needs a response. Oh, that's well bowled. Oh, lovely delivery, and he's got the wicket. England finally on the board, and it's Gurpal Singh. We wondered when the change of pace would come, and he has delivered for England. It's turned the other way. That was a leg spinner. I don't think McFarlane's picked it. Rare error in judgment from him. Gurpal Singh strikes. And England's torment is over for the time being, but what a brilliant innings that was. Liam McFarlane, absolutely fantastic. And he'll go to an ovation. 61 for him, the best batting we've seen at this World Cup. New Zealand in control. Well, there's the signs from England that they're up for it now. They still believe they can do this. Just under 50 now. Oh, sorry, just under 60, the target for New Zealand. Liam McFarlane has done half the work. Perinara, the new man. Oh, bowled him! Dragged on, I think. Oh, what a moment for Gurpal Singh. He's turned this game on its head. England back in it now. Well, they've taken a lot of torment, the England fast bowlers, and it's their spinner who's come on and turned the game around. It's stayed low. It's turned, as it always does with Gurpal Singh. Perinara's a little unlucky. Inside edge, lost his leg bail. But a double strike for Gurpal Singh at the end of the 7th over. New Zealand now 64 for 2 and not looking quite so sure of things. Shane Louis played well against England earlier on in match 1. That was where he got that 29. New Zealand, of course, still have Daniel White and Tamati Kemp up their sleeve. They can all bat, these Kiwi boys. Yusuf Sharif, another who is having a fine start to this World Cup with the ball, and England need him to find his best form now. Bobbed beautifully against Australia. It was into his 4th over of this tournament before he'd even conceded a run, and he had 3 wickets by that stage.
Yes, China!
It's good work from Mapleston on the offside.
Yeah, there's a whole heap of them. There's one guy that on Instagram, he does it heaps.
Slower ball.
And he goes,
well bowled and well played. He picked that, Shane Louis, and not many have with Yusuf Sharif in this tournament. It's a ball he's bowled very well. And I think that's another one, and just short. Think it was another slower ball. It looked like it came out the back of the hand, and I don't think it's reached Mapleston at point. We'll see how close this was. Oh, I wonder if it did. Is that a drop? Maybe. We'll certainly see on the slow-mo. Oh, it has carried. It's in and out, and Maplestone's got a good set of hands, but they've let him down there. Could that be a big moment? Shane Louis can be destructive. And England cannot afford, after the start McFarland has had, they can't afford to put chances down, and Sharif again in. I think that was another slower ball. Pumped up now, England. Yusuf Sharif is up for this. Confident after his efforts with the bat.
I'm not getting involved.
Oh, and a beauty to finish. What a good over from Yusuf Sharif. A maiden. 64 for 2 to Kiwis, but being pegged back.
Here is Butler.
Who have we got left then? Looks as though it's going to be Jake Butler for England. James Crowther, the spare man. But England turning to one of their strike bowlers.
British Johnson.
Not quite taking the wickets we expected. He is a swing bowler by nature, and there's not been a lot of that out here. But he's been effective, kept runs down at the very least.
Yeah, Kiwi's favourite from here.
How's that carrot going, Jakey?
That's well bowled, just cramped in for room a touch. We know that Shane Louis loves to swing his arms. Hit the ball powerfully, he can pull a ball very well, he's a good cutter. And played into the offside, Maplestone.
Hey, is that the best you got, Butler?
The man with the massive slog.
Wonder if that drop will affect this match. Shane Louis can take games away quickly. No, that's well bowled, just took the pace off that. Single. Not given as a leg by the umpire. So Shane Louis off the mark. Wonder if there was perhaps an inside edge. Just looking like he's trying to quieten things down here, Shane Louis. England building up a little bit ahead of steam with Borrett and Maplestone, and then the massive over from Gurpal Singh. Sharif followed it up well, and Jake Butler's doing a tidy job here. That was quite a harsh wide.
There's something a bit different, eh?
Doesn't bowl many of those, Jake Butler.
I think he was joking, but because he gives nothing away.
Pulled downward, Shane Louis in control of it, not taking a risk as yet. Happy to play Jake Butler out. He knows he's got Crowther to come. Butler staying around the wicket for the last ball of the over. Oh, and he gets him nibbling. Good from Butler. That was a decent over. 2 off it. England building pressure again.
That's Sam Dempsey's autism.
James Crowther to bring his variation of left arm lobs to the party. Not a frontline bowler. It's not something he hugely enjoys. But he can pick up wickets because people underestimate him. He can get people doing silly things.
Come on, Crowther. What do we got, buddy? Half trackers.
Well, that's a pudding to start with. That's his loose nut. Necessary evil with James Crowther. You're going to have to accept that he does that.
It's a fucking shit shot.
Like we said, not a bowler really. Harsh to judge him too much for it. Full toss and 1 bounce 4. Crowther made the effort, but I don't think he was ever likely to get there. First boundary for Shane Louis. Up-ish, but safe. Up in the air. Oh, and he's taken this one. Well, that's a sharp catch from James Crowther. And England are on the board again. They're on a roll here. 3 down now, New Zealand. It's another important player gone. James Crowther's done very, very well. That was above his head when he took that. Tidy effort. I'm not sure this camera quite picked it up, but you can see the height of it. He's got a good set of hands, James Crowther. Doesn't put down many. And another devious bit of bowling. Another wicket to James Crowther's name. He just keeps on luring people in, suckering them out. And suddenly this game looks a lot more even. New Zealand still in control of it, you would think. Remember, 118 is the target. New Zealand need another 47 with 7 wickets in hand. You'd fancy him for it, but England on a bit of a roll. They've got a bit of a momentum behind them. And Filthy Phil Osborne needs to fight his way out of it.
Who's gone for him?
Off the mark, Osborne. Good effort from Yusuf Sharif, but comfortably home.
Oh, that he's like you, severe.
James Crowther's doing okay here. He's got that bonus wicket. 4 balls down, 6 runs on the board. He'll take that.
That's a sick number.
Full toss and clouted. Well, it's given us 4.
Right, that was unlucky.
I think that's hit the washing line and bounced into the boundary boards. There's a... Yeah, it has. You can see the net wobbling top right of your screen. That's hit the... He's unlucky there, Osborne. That was headed for 6. Hit the net and bounced back down. Still got the boundary, though, and he gets the wide. He can't run it.
This ain't New Zealand, filthy Phil. We'll get our one in.
11 now off this over from James Crowther, but most importantly, the wicket of Shane Louis that just keeps England in this game, keeps them interested. Oh, and Osborne's had a swing. And that is the end of an intriguing 10 overs. New Zealand 77 for 3. Let's have a look at what we've seen so far. It was all about one man early on. Liam McFarlane destroyed England. Brute power.
Yes, man.
All around the wicket as well. That was a standout feature of it. Wasn't just reliant on 1 or 2 strokes. Obviously stronger through the leg side, but he's not without his offside game. Until eventually, Gurpal Singh came on. And from there, the match suddenly has a very different feel about it. New Zealand at one stage lost 3 for 7, and that was the third of them. Another slow bowler, James Crowther, with the final wicket. Leaves us delicately poised. New Zealand still in control of the run rate because of the work that McFarlane did. He put so much time back into the game for him, and that could be key later on. Into the offside from Osborne. Alex Smith, the vice-captain, is the man starting the new bowling rotation, as he usually does. Disappointing first over from Smith. He'll be looking to put things right this time around, especially with the game at a delicate point, and he's got his wicket. Filthy Phil Osborne top edges. He's gone to the England vice-skipper. England take their 4th, and they are right in this game now. Cutter again, took the pace off it. It just angled in towards Osborne, kept following him really as he tried to free his arms. Cramped in for room, and Smith on the board.
Have they been drinking?
Osborne gone for 5. New Zealand 77 for 4. 41 more required. Tense now, isn't it? This is a bit of a rampage from England. That's 4 for 13 now. And Tamati Kemp has made 6 and 0 in this tournament. Not really got into it at all. And he did take Smith's wicket earlier in the day, so Smith will be keen to repay the favour here.
Yeah, absolutely.
What has the England vice-skipper got left in his locker for the remainder of this over? Punch from Kemp, well fielded. Sam Dennis had a good tour in the field, Sammy Dennis. He's a live wire in that offside.
Where's your boss?
Something of a specialist cover fielder, and he does a good job in there for the tourists.
They need 140.
Ready to go again. It's giant to giant. 6'5" Smith. Kemp even taller. Oh, good. Had a big hack at that, Tamati Kemp. It's good from Smith. Change of pace again. That was a slower ball. It's been one of the themes of this match especially. We've seen a lot of bowlers bowl and get a lot of luck out of their slower ball thus far today. And that is the quicker one, and Sammy Dennis has put it down, I think. Is that a drop catch?
Hold on, Dennis Ferguson.
Not sure what happened there. I think Sam Dennis has put this down, or whether it was a bunt ball.
Miles faster and prior.
Smith on for a wicket maiden. Not going to get it. Wide ball. Apology comes with it. But he's kept the pressure up after the little mid-innings break there, Smith.
Joseph Tappan.
Joseph Tappan.
Sounds like get over it. Hold up, I need to spill a beer first.
Flick down the ground for 4. Tamati Kemp, Smith. Spell finishes with a boundary.
Hold up, I need to spill a beer first.
Clipped nicely. Decent Yorker, actually, but Kemp's got so much power. And this is the action as we've seen so far. England have really come back to life since Gurpal Singh's introduction. A spell of 4 for 13, but Tamati Kemp is just getting going now. Successive boundaries for him. It's Ricky Borrett, the new man. Loosen up from Borrett, who bowled an excellent first over, but just couldn't quite find his radar there. Gentle delivery, really, and Kemp too good to miss out on that. Crucial runs just pull New Zealand closer to that finishing post, and a wide from Ricky Borrett. That's a concerning sign for England. He doesn't bowl many of those.
Yeah, I know. You're going to turn a blind eye. I said.
What has Borrett got left in his locker? How much of his competitive spirit has been dimmed? And how much has been lit by the little flurry of wickets? Over the wicket now. And again, just dangling outside off stump, offering Kemp that temptation. Nicked off a couple of times in this tournament. Wonder if England feel that's the area to target him.
Broke in.
And again, he drifts outside off. He's been lucky not to be called for at least one wide here, really. He's throwing it right out there. Good at the body, and Kemp plays it down into the offside for a single. Much better from Ricky Borrett. 6 off the over thus far.
Oh, he got bat.
Borrett to finish up the 12th then. England would love another wicket. Not going to get it on this delivery. That's the end of the 12th. 88 for 4 New Zealand, and Kemp going along nicely at the moment. Well, it wasn't going to take long, was it? The vice-captain and captain have had a bowl in this rotation, and now they turn to the man who brought England back into this game, Gurpal Singh. What a good World Cup he's having. Double wicket over earlier on. He got McFarlane. Perinara went shortly afterwards. Changes in the field for England. Smith is off. Connor Arnold coming on.
Fucking eyes as red as the devil's dick.
Arnold has gone straight in close at mid-wicket. Wonder if that's at Gurpal Singh's request. Crowther and Dennis on the offside. Ricky Borrett, the captain, at mid-on. That's good from Gurpal Singh. I think it was off the leg. I don't think there was an inside edge, but Connor Arnold looks as though he's going to be in the game there. In the air. Where's this going to come down? It's over the fence, and Gurpal Singh has his third. New Zealand wobbling now. England have taken 5 for 24, and Gurpal Singh has 3 of them. Done Kemp in the flight. Looks like it's stuck in the pitch a touch. What a great day Gurpal Singh's having. Almost hauling England back into this single-handedly. And Tamati Kemp just can't get into this series with the bat. He's gone for 9. Singh strikes again, but New Zealand have lost their skipper. 88 for 5 now. Anybody's game. Daniel White, top run scorer in this tournament, not just for the Kiwis, but for anybody. Kiwis leading wicket taker as well, including that of Smith earlier on today. Some big performances from him already in this tournament, and New Zealand need one more because England are on a roll. And Gurpal Singh is on a roll. Dot wicket dot in this over.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
In the air and just short of Connor Arnold. I wonder if he's a touch too deep for that position he's occupying there. But you can see why Gurpal Singh put him in. He is in the game. Oh, leg spinner. Nullified fairly efficiently from White. No fuss, no frills. Last ball of Gurpal Singh. This could be a big delivery. Can he strike one more time? Full toss, well fielded. And that's a good hit from Yusuf Sharif. White was a little slow. Well, he's not going to get the run now. Ball's long since dead. It's a wicket maiden for Gurpal Singh. Terrific spell of bowling from him. 3 for 6 today. Outstanding from the England spinner. No matter what happens in the remaining 7 overs, he can hold his head very high indeed for his efforts. hauled his team back into it. It all turned on him. Jimmy Maguire, 8 off his first over. Bit of a risk this from Ricky Borrett. He's got more informed bowlers at his disposal. Saving them for a little later on. Feels he's got enough runs to play with for now.
Oh, I don't think so.
Maguire has struggled on this tour. Did take England's first wicket of the tournament, but hasn't got one since, and has taken a bit of punishment. And he's going to take some more. Daniel White off and running now. That's him off the mark. Looks fairly cheerful about it all. He's been New Zealand's premier player at this tournament. That's better from Maguire. When he's bowled fuller, he's bowled better. When he's tried to bowl too quick, he's dragged it down and he's disappeared. The WCG in Sydney. Oh, that's a pudding, and that is going for 6, and rightly so. White's done well to control that. Maximum. Tide turning in New Zealand's favour once again. England can't afford this, and he's played that well. I think he's played that with a lot of control, Daniel White. Cut down on it just to get it over Sharif, but under the boundary limits. Hit it well. Maguire struggling today. 19 off his 9 balls thus far. Oh, and it's not getting any better. Well, he's only got himself to blame for that one, Jimmy Maguire. It was lazy fielding. You should have stopped that. And Daniel White mercilessly punishing him at the moment. I wonder if Sharif just got in his eye line, to be fair. But this is all going wrong. 15 off the over, and we've still got a couple to go. Oh, shot along the floor.
That's absolutely
Takes the leg bite. He's playing a shot, so it won't be out. I think under normal cricket rules, he'd be absolutely plumb. I wonder if that's what White's acknowledging as well. I think Jimmy Maguire said something.
Oh, hit it. Was there a bat there, White? Was there a bat?
I think he's asking for the run, actually, as it happens, but the umpire insistent on a leg bite. Down leg side, and that'll be a wide. It just gets worse for Maguire. This over has probably cost England the game, in truth.
Have you hit that one, White?
16 off this over, and it has probably cut England's hopes out of the game. 20 off of this over. Well, that's probably a killer for Daniel White and New Zealand. Maguire goes around the park. It's a tough day for him again. He's gone for 28 off his 2 overs. And with that boundary, probably goes English hopes. New Zealand 9 runs away. Daniel White getting them home at a canter. And this is brilliant work from the Kiwis. They've played very, very well today. When Yusuf Sharif was batting well, it looked as though this game was only heading in one direction, but they've clawed back the form side of this tournament. And it looks as though they're going to get home in fairly convincing style as well.
8 to get. Come on, Whitey with a Y.
What can England do? What's the last throw of the dice? They've turned to Ant Mapleston. And dodgy bounce off the fence hinders Connor Arnold's attempts at a run out.
7 to win. 6.
6 and then 4.
7? 64. 7 to win.
7 to win. 7 to win.
All gone flat for England. Into the leg side again, rinse and repeat. Arnold does collect this time, and that was a bit closer.
6 to win.
White never looked bothered. He looks very calm and composed, doesn't he? What a player he's been for New Zealand. Runs in every game so far, wickets in every game. Probably been the best player at this tournament. Fitting, really, that he's there at the end to get New Zealand. Well, still got work to do, but looking as though he's going to get New Zealand over the line for their first win in Backyard World Cup cricket. Flick for 4, they inch ever closer. Daniel White again. How deserving it is that it's him at the crease for this big moment for New Zealand. He's been the best of them, been the best of anybody in this tournament. Popped into the leg side to level up the scores. New Zealand are on even footing. It is a matter of time now. Daniel White has crunched them over the line just as England were coming back into it. This has been an ice-cold finishing innings. Taken all this sting out of England with the minimum of fuss and flourish. He's guaranteed his team their first 2 points of this tournament. 1 run off 30 balls needed. Who's left for England? Connor Arnold still hasn't bowled. James Crowther, Sam Dennis. It's going to be Jake Butler.
Give us one.
And there's the slice. Good to see the England boys still in good spirits. It's been an enjoyable game, played in a pleasant atmosphere. White's had a waft at it, half an appeal from Butler, but nowhere near it really. Always going to be all smiles. You can break down Jake Butler's bowling, but you can't break down his spirit or his energy. Oh, there's a real lift off that one. Touch too wide today, Jake Butler. He's not really gone for any runs. His first over went for just 2, and one of those was a wide. Just not bowled straight enough, not made the batsman play enough. And again, it's half a nibble from White, but no serious attempt to get much on it. It's been a decent 3 deliveries from Jake Butler, but he's doing little more than delaying the inevitable. And pushed, and has gone through for 4, and Daniel White polishes it off. It's New Zealand's first win in a backyard World Cup match. Congratulations to them. They've been excellent today. Solid all-round team effort. Every man has played his bit, but the star was Liam McFarland. Daniel White at the end played an excellent counter-punch. New Zealand on the board. They've won by 5 wickets. And the man on screen, Levante, brutal from him. No doubt who the man of the match will be. But a very, very good effort from the Kiwis. England disappointed, but they've not shown enough today. And New Zealand have thrown this group wide open now. Comprehensive in the end from New Zealand. McFarland played the best innings of this World Cup so far and tore into the England pacers. A mini wobble followed, but White has been a standout player at this tournament, and it was never really in doubt that he'd get them over the line. For England, Gurpal Singh kept them competitive and was every bit as good with the ball as McFarland was with the bat. The fast bowlers struggled though, Smith the only pacer to claim a wicket, and there are genuine concerns over the form of Maguire. New Zealand, the worthy winners by 5 wickets in match 4. No prizes for guessing the man of the match. Liam McFarland, the first player to score a 50 at this World Cup. This is where it leaves us as far as the table is concerned. First points on the board for New Zealand. England remain top for now, but their early momentum has been stalled. Next up, we've got a battle of the Antipodes as Australia, the hosts of this tournament, take on today's winners, New Zealand. Big thanks again to our sponsors, Telstra Media. Join us next time on Backyard Cricket England as this World Cup begins to take shape.